Hey everyone, this is Cindy, and I am doing a challenge that was for the June Just Do It Junk Journal Challenge on Facebook. It's sponsored by Scrap All About It with Dear Julie. She's also on Facebook. And one of the things she wanted us to do was to tell 10 ways we use journals. And when she first mentioned it, I thought, well, I don't use a journal, so I don't have 10 ways that I can talk about. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, yeah, it depends on how you define journal. So I use it, I have one I started years and years ago. That's, the one you write down the memories and the things that happen during the day. So that would be one way. And I don't have it here to show you. It's in another room, but just, as a diary type, memoir type thing is the first way I would use one. Second way, and I just started doing this because usually I have my ideas on bits and pieces of paper like right here. So this has made me kind of organize myself. And I've had this journal from Louise for a while. Hey Louise. And I decided I'm going to make this my YouTube journal. So it's for video ideas. So that's another way I would say you can use it, is to collect your ideas for like YouTube. And like here's my ideas on the 10 ways to use a junk journal that I use them. So I'm going to be referring back to this, but this journal is just one Louise made me. It's got big pages, so it's going to be great for this. So anyway, that's my second way. Third and fourth way is in this little journal here, and I made this last summer. I think just out of some scraps that were on my desk, just thinking, I got enough stuff here to whip together a little journal. And I absolutely love this journal. I think it's because of the size of it and the feel of it. It is made with, there's some sort of chipboard in the middle, and it's in the middle of this sandwich of atlas page and clothing pattern instruction page. And then I Mod Podged it. So it feels sturdy, but yet flexible, and it's small enough to fit in my hand. And I use this two ways. So this is ways 3 and 4, I think, is where we're at. It is keeping track of my Etsy stuff. So, my Etsy address, which I couldn't remember forever, my YouTube address is in here. If I listed a journal or an item for sale on Etsy, then this would be my descriptions. Excuse me, my descriptions in here, the dimensions, the weight, that sort of thing. And another way I used it is Facebook, because I would, once I listed something on Etsy, then I would go and mention it in a Facebook group or two, and just trying to keep track. Had I done it? Which ones had I posted it in? That sort of thing. So keeping track of your Etsy and keeping track of your YouTube post. Not necessarily your everyday, just what you're doing post, but business type post. So this, and then see, here's all my paper. So this one I really basically am going to be moving on from because I've outgrown it. So let's see, we did the memoirs and the video checklist and Etsy and Facebook. So this is number 5, is checklist. I had index cards all over my desk. I'd lose them, so I'd start another one, that sort of thing. It was just ideas for the journals, like different pocket ideas, different page ideas, decorations, tags, that sort of thing. And it's just kind of like to make sure I had a variety in my journals. So I decided put it in a little book. So I already had this little journal made, and I just decorated it a little bit and calling it my checklist journal. Made tabs. So like here's all different pocket ideas I've got. And if I want to do a belly band and I'm kind of stuck, don't need to have an idea, I can come look at my ideas here. Some ideas on how to decorate the pages and the pockets and that sort of thing. Extra things I might want to include, like tabs and lace. And here's a little bit on tags and journaling cards. This is not complete at all. I'll be adding to it as I go, but at least I know where to find it all, and it's all in one place. So my junk journal checklist is, I think we're up to the 5th thing I use. Another way I use junk journals is, I made this and I showed a video on it. Going traveling, this is like a traveler's notebook. I used this to collect my receipts. I used it to collect all my brochures for the different places we went. Some I put behind the elastic, some are in the pocket. And before we left, I printed out a map of the cemetery we wanted to go to in South Dakota, Deadwood. And so we knew where to go there. I had like a little itinerary printed out. So that sort of thing. So keeping track of your vacation trip ideas and receipts and things is another way you can use a junk journal. And then another way, and I just started this too, I'm sad to say. I had this journal, and I don't know if, yeah, I mentioned this is from Louise. Louise also made this one. And I decided for now, this one's going to be my Junk Journal Friends album. Like, here's the note that Louise sent me in the envelope. And then I won a stamp thing from the Stamp Away Saturday, so there's a little note from that. And I've got at least one more little note I'm going to put in here once I find it. So anyway, Junk Journal Friends. Other people have shown these on Etsy, I mean not Etsy, on YouTube, and they have bigger ones, of course. But for me, this works for now. So Junk Journal Friends. And then this one is I got in a swap, and I decided I'm going to make it my ephemera collection. This is the ephemera that I want to keep. I either am going to scan it and then just use a scan, or I'm not going to scan it at all. It's just mine. I'm going to use it or keep it. Like these recipe cards, I love them. That one there. In this pocket here, I have these. This is just an old envelope, 1967. For the town where I live, and there's a recipe written on the back, so that's fun. So that's going to be in this little sack. And this is, it's like green stamps, except it's called Big Red. And the other part of this, which I haven't got in here yet, it says it's from a town not too far from here. Here's a postcard, Christmas card. It's vintage. It's got the stamp. Let's see if I can see a date on it. Put my glasses on. December, but I don't see the year. But anyway, I love it because the stamp's upside down. So anyway, just different things like that. So ephemera that I'm not ready to put in journals and to give away or to sell is going to go in here. And then number 9 is I use a journal for a logbook. Now this one is one I purchased. Loved it because it looks like collage. I'm going to move on. I already have ideas for my next logbook, but you know, I made myself finish this one up before I move on, so I'm almost there. But I've mentioned in other videos that I'm a member of the Genealogy Society here, and this is my logbook. The work I do, the times I do it, the places we go, the hours, the miles. I've got like GPS coordinates. I've got computer notes, like how do I get to do this and that sort of thing, and just all sorts of stuff in here. So it's notes and a logbook. So this is my journal for this right now, but like I said, I'm going to be moving on to something else pretty quick, so that'll be fun. And then the last one is I use this junk journal coming up just for enjoyment. I love this. Whenever I saw this flamingo kit on Etsy, and I hate to say, I think it's Nevermore Creations. I may be wrong about that. As soon as I saw it, I said, that's for me. Because pink flamingos are just kind of something, it's kind of a family joke, but I still love them, and it's because they're pink. So I made me a pink flamingo journal. And I've got lace, I've got flowers, I've got a little quote. It says, be a flamingo and a flock of pigeons. It's got some sort of crepe papery, napkin, I think, on the spine, and this sort of stuff on the back, and a hair post closure. And I've got washi tape in here and some stickers just in case I want to add stuff in there. And it's just fun to look at. It's beautiful to me because I like flamingos. I like pink. And right now it's just a collection of things, just whatever. Like right here, my grandson was attempting to do origami, and he got really good at making these samurai helmet things. So I've got his attempts in here. So just things like that. Just enjoyment stuff. If nothing else, just going through and saying, oh, I like junk journals. So anyway, that's my 10 ways. There's a ton more ways out there, but this might give you an idea. Oh, by the way, I've got charms here, books, Romeo and Juliet, and Jane Eyre. So anyway, just had to show you. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.